I didn't do that right. Oh, you would think that after doing this for... This is, what, my ninth Signalis stream? You would think that I would remember to turn on... the visual effects. Come on. Wait, no, it's not the visual effects, it's the display lighting. Okay, so part of... There we go. So the problem there was because of how I capture Signalis, and part of it's because I'm playing Signalis full screen, technically, it's a big technicality because I'm actually looking through OBS. Oh, hold on. It's probably a good thing that I don't present myself as a professional streamer, because I I do forget to rearrange things, and I didn't realize that I should probably move my microphone in front of the screen that I am focusing on instead of having it off to the side. I know I needed to do something, but I can't for the life of me remember. Oh, you know what? I should actually post that I'm live. Probably. Not... I don't believe anyone... I don't believe anyone actually finds me through social media. Do. VTuber streaming. On Twitch, and then make that a link to my channel. Copy, paste, please. Oh. Signalis. Possibly featuring more violence. Yeah, I can leave that with a question mark. Copy. copy paste. I don't want the link for Twitter. What I want on Twitter is to separate the link. I want to separate the link into a separate post. Right? I think that's how. I think that's how Twitter. I think that's how Twitter likes it. I'll leave the tags in line with the opening post, and hopefully that works out. Sure, sure. I don't need live playback there. In fact, I can make that smaller. And I wish I had a third screen where I could have the company of maybe someone else who's live. I'm totally not stalking someone and seeing who I might raid later. Anyway, let's get back into this. I don't quite remember. Oh. Okay, so I vaguely remember being in the computer store. I don't believe I realized that it was the computer store. But then again, I was also doing a lot of I was doing a lot of running around and collecting items. Hello, Telgin. You heard Space Sapphics and you were summoned. Welcome in. You have found me considering extreme violence upon the poor unfortunate souls who have been zombified in this. Wait, hold on. It's called Rotfront. Does that technically mean that we are on the front lines of the war on Rot? If I burn zombie bodies, does that mean I'm... Maybe I shouldn't think about this too hard. Let me see. I have a flare gun that I haven't reloaded. But I believe... Oh, wait. I did not realize that I had this key. Room 512? 512, I know where that is. I don't believe I know where the Young Photo Store is. You actually don't remember how the flare gun works? I tested it once. I think it wasn't a star. The stars are a little bit more violent. What? The tall ones... The tall ones are... I don't... No, not the radio. I want to look through my memory. Not Issa, not Alina. Definitely not Yule. Not Ara's. Storch's. Right? Yes, Storch. So, I believe it was a Storch where I first tried to test out the flare gun, and my flare bounced off the shield, and I assumed that it wasn't very effective until more recently when I actually did use it on an unarmored enemy. The flare knocked them to the ground, and once I stomped on them, it acted as though they were under the effect of thermite. So, that was a fun learning experience, I believe. Because that can save me a little bit of heartache. Once I figure out where I'm going. It has been a minute. And there are several. This is the bookstore, I believe. And if I go further up, yes, if I take the key, go up one floor, travel through the commercial corridor all the way over to the ladder room, and enter the blue hallway. This should be room 512. I really should turn off the notifications for Twitch on my phone. Or at least, I should turn them off while I'm streaming myself, because otherwise I'll get distracted by what other people are doing. Anyway, I do need to go all the way down and around. What was in the butterfly room besides the butterflies? Maybe there was a box. If I had to be the base for a replica, what model would it be, and what insanity would they inherit? That's a good question, Alice. I'm not entirely sure. Also, welcome in. I'm still getting settled in and trying to figure out where it is that I'm going. Because I know that the hospital hallway is inaccessible. So I definitely have to go down and around if I want to reach room 512. And I don't know. I don't know where I was going with that. Hmm. If I was a Gestalt, um... if I was a Gestalt template... I'm not sure I would be a very good template. I would say that I have limited skills, and I think my lack of sanity is a little too on display really to really be let through the process. I am considering look I am looking for the photo store a little bit, but I'm also assuming that I've been previously exposed to it. It may just be that I need to wander around a little bit more. And I do have an existing goal. I am able to find room 512, and maybe there will be a key item in there. Besides which, I believe I still have doors to check, both in the alley. I didn't realize there was a door on the right-hand side. And same thing down here from the metro platform. I don't believe I realized that there was an open door on the left and another door off to the right that I haven't checked. Let me check my armament one more time. I do like running around with my flashlight. Oh, dusty computer monitors. I also forgot that ooh, nope, that's not what I wanted to do. I'll regret this later. I haven't done anything yet. What was my... It was very wide. I wanted to say that... various electrical devices, they're of no use to me right now. I want to run around with the flashlight a little bit just so that I can see ever so slightly better. Oh, no entry. Oh. Oh. I think I was complaining about the lack of 10mm ammunition a moment ago. Or maybe not a moment ago, but when I last played. Also, boo! Boo! Enemies standing back up. Also, good thing, I forgot to pick up the key. Wait, if this is a patient key and it's room 512, I believe that this would be the niece with the key to another location. I don't remember exactly what it was. It may be... Or was it a key to a lockbox? And yes, okay, yeah, you're right. You are right, Alice. It was a moment ago for Elster. Sure. Let's not ring. Oh, come on. Wait. Greed will be the end of me. Greed will be the end of me, or perhaps It will be curiosity. Oh, is this... What is this? National Post Packet Box. A matrix code scanner. So... This is... This is a delivery system. This is, These are like Amazon lockers, I assume. Oh? Oh. I think I know where I am. Are there... See, these are ventilation... I think this is basically a ventilation hall. I'm back here. Oh, let me just equip the stun prod. So much innovation, and we're still plagued by Amazon. So I think we actually went over that last time. Oh, enemies, you better not stand up. Not in this narrow-ass hallway. So what happened was the nation discovered bioresonance. And after discovering bioresonance, they proceeded to not innovate traditional technology. Oh. This is where the tarot cards go. Guyan, Heimat, Vincia, Rotfront, Leng, Tez. Okay, so there's a dream diary. On the 6th night, I dreamt I was an imperial farmer. I embraced my lover in the red deserts of Kitez when a storm consumed us, the sand grinding us down until nothing remained. Oh, okay, so... Also bonk. Just casually bonk the microphone stand. So clearly the lovers belong on Kitez. Yes, I think I'm pronouncing that right. Let's see. I was a worker on the wait, hold on. On the 6th, the 13th, the 16th. 6, 13, 16. So 6, 7, 3, 2, 1. So the dreams slowly ramped up towards the end. Regardless, on the 13th night, I was a worker in the mines of Leng when I was consumed by a shapeless mass of flesh. My flesh joining with the flesh of many others until only my bones remained. My mind joined the collective of flesh, which persists beyond death. So, death card? Is death... Left becomes right. Copy right to left. I believe that was the Balatro effect for death. Let's see, I did watch... Did I watch Invader Zim? I know I've seen... I know I've seen clips of Invader Zim. And I believe I'm aware of some of the memes. Zim yelling at Dib across an empty street. There was supposed to be traffic, but that's work. And also, it ended up funnier in the end, apparently. And what's the name? What's the name of the robot? I don't remember. That's unfortunate. But yes, long explanation short, I've seen clips, and that's about it. 16th night. As a storm raged in the sky, I fell from a ruined skyscraper on Veneta. But I never reached the ocean below. I kept falling, when suddenly lightning struck the building and I woke up. For better or for worse, I actually recognize that description as being the tower. The one tarot card that I... Well, no, I vaguely recognize the Fool. On the 18th night, I was floating in the sunless sea below the ice of Rotfront when I saw a large creature move in the darkness below me, in the moon's dark core. So, also, Sunless Sea mention. I don't believe that's a game in my library, but I believe I've seen some gameplay of it. And it looked interesting. Well, in Invader Zim, they pick their leaders just based on who's tall, and Falk being an 8-foot engineered leader reminded you of that. You know what? You know what? They did engineer Falk to be a very striking image. She is, in fact, the tallest. I think that's what they called their leaders in Zim. On the 19th night, I saw a burning eye in the sky above the clouds of Buyan. I was walking through the floating imperial palace when the gaze of the sun-like iris burned my body to ashes. So, what you're saying is... you were perceived by the eye. You know, the eye, from the Magnus Archives? I don't believe that's the actual name of the sphere there. Alright, I have my notes. I know which cards I need to bring. Unfortunately, this also means I was wrong. There was no key item in here. Ooh. There was no key item in here, but I did at least unlock... I know what to look for now. And I do need to wonder... No, I still need to look for the photo store. Because inside of one of my... Wait, there's a... I think I have a second diskette. Also, white item on a dark floor just happened to catch my attention. Go ahead and put away that stun prod. Will I need it? Maybe. Okay, so here's a developing tank. This is why I wanted to find the photo store. Label says patients archived. I have four of the... I have 4 of the tarot cards. Oh, wait. There's something on the back of the developing tank. If I inspect it, opening it right now would destroy the photograph inside. I need to add some developer fluids first. Okay, hold on. Rotate. Oh. How unfortunate. It is in German. And I don't know how to read that. You know one of those words? Does it happen to be photo? Hmm. That is also the one word that would probably be recognized and probably be a loan word in English. I too recognized the word. Same brain cell, we shared it for a minute. See, a cool wind is blowing through your window, you feel at peace. Well, I'm glad that you have a nice breeze. I hope it's a comforting... No, it does... It has to be a comforting one if you're at peace. I don't think you'd be at peace if you were chilly. Unless... You know what? I'm not going to entertain the possibility. Wait, I have how many? I have 7. 7 high explosive grenades. My loadout has been chosen. Let's see what is on this red diskette that I did not. It's literally just patients archived when I inspect it. Okay. Could have used it from the menu. I open the metabank. Okay, so let me just download all up front just to have the. Okay. I think I understand now. I understand now. The reason I have this is to find the PKZ, um, probably personnel code for the Ito sisters. Did I say their names right? Ito? But let's snoop around for a little bit first. So Eng Gabrielle, PKZ NGGBRL dash L or dash R dash 0156D. Date of birth on Rot Front. One S 56P. So I don't recognize S, but P, I believe, is period. World of birth, Rotfront. Homeworld, Rotfront. Occupation, construction worker, retired. Residence in sector Rot C, ROT-C. So Rotfront sector C. Medical history, chronic asthma, osteoporosis, severe hearing loss. Doctor's notes, cochlear implantation requested. Kein Bild. Once again, German, I wonder what that means. I wonder if that's missing information? Missing data? Potentially deceased? I also wonder if it's maybe a data saving measure. Not necessarily inverse, but for practical development reasons, instead of designing a whole portrait for somebody who only appears once and isn't necessarily anyone important, they just put this message here as a placeholder. Nope, that's... I don't recognize this person unless... So I wonder if for medical records... No. The Gestalt templates... Gestalt templates are purged from records. They are purged from history so that only their ideal replica form is known. There can't be any persona. No unwanted aspects of their persona can transfer over, or at least it's prevented a little bit. So Fong, Roswitha, PKC, PKZ, FORSWT dash V dash 350202. Date of birth on Rotfront negative 6S 20P A. So I have no idea what what their time system is supposed to be. I did I did come to the conclusion that cycles are days, but I also have to wonder if Rotfront uses a different date system. Anyway, Roswitha. Also, ooh, if I go back, no. So what I thought for a wait. Maybe my thought has a little bit of weight. So the PKZ is it includes the last name and a variation of the first name. The first name is similar to the first name given name is condensed into a form like the different replicas. So Yule comes from EULR, Ara comes from ARAR, Storch comes from ST. Was it STCH? Or STCR? Something like that? Clearly, I don't remember, but in Gabriel's case, it's GBRL. For Roswitha, it became RSWT, so significant consonants. Gabrielle's last, or her family name, the A was taken off so that NG would be how her PKZ starts. Meanwhile, with Roswitha, her PKZ used the first two letters FO from Fong. Anyway, let's see. Her birth world was Veneta. Her home world is Rotfront. Occupation: replica technician, retired. Residence: once she is also in Rotfront Sector C. Medical history: chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, multiple sclerosis, insomnia. Doctor's notes: patient is forgetful about her medication. Oh, rot just means red. Oh, I should have known that. Because one of my the pen that I use on a daily basis is a Rotring, um, German make, um, German naming at least, and their brand is literally a red ring on the ends of their pens. You kept thinking, man, Rotfront sounds Like it sucks from the name of loan. Meanwhile, it's just the red planet, the red area, which is interesting because wow, I'm just forgetting everything. Oh, that's some corrupted data. Anyway, Elster. Elster became blue, and now she's in the red area. I wonder if that has any meaning. So, name Gao Waltraud, PKZGA WLTR R 0276B. Date of birth on Rot Front 2S 76P B. World of birth Rot Front, Homeworld Rot Front. Occupation sector or factory worker. Residence wrote C. Medical history irritative bronchial asthma. Doctor's notes did not react well to antibiotics. Ito Erica PKZ ITERIK V 560524. Date of birth on in Rotfront's format, I suppose. 14S 52P C. World of birth Veneta. Homeworld Rotfront. Occupation university student. Residence Rotfront. No, it would be if it's German based, it would be Rotfront, maybe. Unless front is pronounced different. Anyway, medical history: sprained ankle, grade 1. Doctor's notes: very active in sporting activities. Erica's photo is also corrupted, which is it's interesting. Ito Isolde. Wait a second. So Roswitha was interesting to me because of the marks on her forehead. They resemble the marks of a resemble the marks on Colibri units, if I remember correctly. I wonder if Isolde is... She's a shop assistant, so I wonder if she was the template for Ara's, while Roswitha was the template for Colibri's. Erica is important, but was Erica who Issa was searching for? Roten. Let's see, for Isolde. Medical history. Minor fracture, left shin. Minor fracture in her left shin. Double fracture in her right arm. Major laceration to the forehead. Doctor's notes, regularly treated for small lesions. Very prone to accidents. So, I think that's interesting. Are Erica and Isolde twins? Same date of birth. Also, I believe I believe the number that I need to enter the bookstore is 560524. Am I writing this down on paper? Yes. Do I absolutely need to? Absolutely not. Let's see. Cole Ulrike? Ulrike? Co Ulrike? Born on Kitez. She's a mechanic. Medical history, irritative bronchial asthma. Doctor's notes, removed. So based on her occupation, maybe she's an Aura? She was the template for an Aura? Maybe? I don't know. Also, it's interesting that the doctor's notes were removed. Gao Waltrode had the same medical history, did not react, and the doctor's notes are intact. They say did not react well to antibiotics. Words. I can write them, I can think them. Saying them? As I like to say very often, words are hard. Oops. Rebecca Liang, I did skip over one entry. Her occupation was biologist, medical history, sinus infection. Doctor's notes, antidepressant ration was doubled. You know what? Medical history doesn't necessarily need to be everything. I wonder if maybe it's major items. But at the same time, I feel like having a note about depression would be kind of important, unless that's a separate file. Anyway, Lee Saskia. This is another corrupted image. So far, I've seen Fong Roswitha, partially corrupted Ito Erika, intact Ito Isolde, Ko Ulrike, and Liang Rebecca. Anyway, Lee Saskia was a student with bronchial infection. Doctor's notes, unknown cause. So bronchial asthma and bronchial infection, I mean, clearly these are different things, but that's now 3 entries with that, with that's 3 entries that seem related. Nguyen Nikolai, I don't even know if I'm pronouncing that correctly. Uh, this is the, I believe, common Vietnamese surname. Occupation writer, medical history, thoracic back pain. Doctor's notes claims to be unable to take part in communal morning exercises. Nguyen. Okay, okay. Ooh, and Seribot says it's time to take a break. I'm going to finish looking through the rest of the medical database and then I'll take 5, let's say. His face vaguely seems to resemble Adler. But maybe I'm making connections where there aren't any. Maybe I'm saying I've connected the dots when I haven't connected shit. Here's young Ariane. She was born on Leng. She's radio officer. Medical history, insomnia, bruising, premature achromotricia. Doctor's notes, also removed, just like Isolde. No, not Isolde. Ulrich. Insomnia. Insomnia could be nothing. Bruising. We've seen her. We've seen her get bullied. So the bruising could be just a continuation of her getting beat up by other people. And achromotricia? Oh, just literally the absence of hair color. Trichia. Kind of like trachea. It's that hard K sound when it's written as a CH. Achromotrichia. Okay, okay, just absence of hair color. And she also has red eyes, which reminds me of what was albinism, I believe. Let's see, and Alice can see maybe Nikolai being related to Adler. Might just be the artist. But yeah, Ariane. Potentially. Potentially afflicted with albinism. I don't even know if afflicted would be the correct word to use here. I do have to wonder what the doctor noted and who removed the notes and why. Siegfried Yi, or Yi Siegfried, another corrupted photo, which was originally also a missing photo. Interesting corruption right here because we have a little bit of color roughly where the eye would be. And I'm sure that it means nothing. I'm sure that it's just a coincidence, but it does give the vibe of maybe I'm being watched. Maybe. Anyway. You know what else reminds me of being watched? All the all the monitors with the black circle in the middle on the red screens, they resemble eyes. Also, irritative bronchial asthma again. Also, contact dermatitis. At least the dermatitis makes sense. Repeated contact to chemical irritants during work. The doctor knows what's up. Unfortunately, the dermatitis is there to stay. But this is the third instance of irritative bronchial asthma. Maybe this is a common. Maybe this is a common. Maybe this is a common problem, and I just don't realize it. Maybe maybe this is indicative of the living conditions. Maybe this is indicative of how the air is. I don't know. I don't know if there's breathable atmosphere on these words on these worlds. Um, Mining work. Oh, it's common to mining work. So when people would breathe in dust, and there's a lot of mining operations. I also, mm, all of these settlements look to be underground. There are, there's vents, but maybe there are areas where the air doesn't cycle as well, and maybe that's also related. At least the asthma part of it. Who knows? Anyway, if I double back to the post box real quick, um, Ito Boucher. The code is the birthday of my daughters. Note they were born on Veneta. Check the last 6 digits of their PKZ numbers. Anya Ito. So I was correct. I was correct on needing the PKZ numbers. 560524. And with that, I will sit in the safe room for a minute and go to break. Hopefully, I'll be back in just 5. Please take the chance to, um, I guess, tune into other people maybe, but also have yourself a drink, a snack, or use the restroom. Let's see. Telgin wished me a very quick go piss girl. And Alice. Let's see. Paracelsus, early pioneer of medicine, wrote a paper or something about how miner's disease is from inhaling metal vapors and not a punishment from enraged mountain spirits. I'm sorry. I got distracted by enraged mountain spirits. That is suddenly making me want to pick up Dwarf Fortress again. But all right. Good to know that Paracelsus? I think it's Paracelsus. I believe I know him more as I may know him more as an alchemist, maybe? I think I hear his name in that context at least. But also that makes me worried. Am I at risk for asthma? Wait, no, I was already at risk for asthma. Oh no. Paracelsus and Sun Tzu. I believe they would get along marvelously. Just two smart dudes face palming, trying to get people to use their heads a little. Paracelsus started as an alchemist, but he ended up getting into medicine at some point. Oh, yay! Hooray! Score one for the medical sector. Also, I had a thought while Taljan was spying on me. I need to put away the photo key and the developing tank. Ooh, oh, I think my joystick got stuck for a moment there. But because I have the code to enter the back of the store, let's go to the store, or the bookstore. Let's go to the bookstore first. Do not use the thermite. Equip the flashlight. Oh, just a bunch of dumpsters. Garbage containers. Nothing important to see here. Anyway, the code is 560524. Door is unlocked. Now, hopefully I don't get enemies right in my face right away. Here are the back rooms. What do we have in here? Anything of note, Elster? Oh. Oh. Song of the Gods. Banned. Possession and distribution of this publication is prohibited and punishable by the Fourth Cultural Protection Act. There exists a connection between all of us that few are fully aware of. A song that we all dance to, but few can hear. This deep vibration of the cosmos cannot just be heard and felt. We all resonate in harmony with it, shaping it, deforming it around us. Those select few who can consciously perceive it often fear it. Too oppressive is the sound of the stars, too invasive the noise of the unaware around them, polluting the song with their fickle emotions. But every once in a while, some are born that can not only hear and play this music of the worlds, but who can conduct it. Gifted individuals capable of manipulating the essence of the world around them. Many believe that the Grand Empress is such a being. Her immense will bent humanity into the empire of Yusan and lifted us to the stars. It was her power that imbued life into the first of the machine servants that now carry the weight of the empire on their carbon steel backs. So, what we're talking about here is bioresonance. We also we also see to bioresonance being referred to as a song, which is something that we encountered before with the colibri inside the office or within the library in Sierpinski. We also get to see a little bit about the Grand Empress making the first of the Grand Empress was the one who made the first replicas. Let's see, are there any other books of interest, or is that the only one? Looks like that's the only one. Also, possession and distribution of this publication is prohibited and punishable by the Fourth Cultural Protection Act. That right there is interesting because... Nope. Let's see, Elster, Penrose, Sierpinski, Rule of Six, keep records. No. Is it welcome to Sierpinski? No. Service request form? Also no. Keep records? No. Oh, memorandum terminology. Let's see. Order of Ion. Public interest, media regulation, AGM 87, the term blank. So no, that was... I thought that it would be... I thought that the Cultural Protection Act would be mentioned in there. And hey, welcome in, Sunset Tequila. And yes, I'm trying to be a little bit thorough. Just a little bit. Welcome in. I hope you enjoy the show, what little bit there may be. Is this Issa? This is Issa. Issa, what happened to your eye? I couldn't find her. I've looked everywhere. But she's not here anymore. I can't go on. I'm sorry. Oh, Issa? Issa? What? Issa? Forgive me. Um, Prometheus. Here I sit, forming mortals after my image, a race resembling me. To suffer, to weep, to enjoy, to be glad, and thee to scorn as I. Wait. I think I need to go back to the computer because I did not recognize Issa. Did she dye her hair? Because the name Isolde was not linked to this face. I mean, I can see the structural resemblance. Maybe if I paid attention, I would have noticed the mole. Maybe the eye color. I wonder if her hair is dyed here or if it was dyed previously. See, Issa's full name is Isolde or Isolt, which translates into she who is gazed upon. Hmm. Erica's picture here is damaged. I now possess all 5 I now possess all 5 tarot cards in one form or another. I still need to find the Photoshop so that I can deal with the one that's still inside the developing container. I wonder if Issa. I wonder if the meaning of Issa's name has any bearing on who she is for the story. Also, let's talk about how she melted before our eyes. What? That was very fast. Gestaltzerfall? I assume that's. I assume that's what we witnessed. Hmm. That was rapid decay, and it actually reminds me a little bit about. It reminds me of how Mina, all of the Mina enemies, all 2 of them, both of them had to vomit periodically. And that looked very similar. Gestaltzerfall is the name of the 3rd chapter. I think that's where we are. It describes a phenomena where, after being witnessed or interacted with for long enough, something will break into its component parts or lose meaning. Schrodinger's cat in reverse. see, like saying a word until it ceases to process as one. Okay, okay. Something to ponder, I suppose. Let's see. Resonant phenomena. Synchronicity. Phenomena that are meaningfully related yet lack a causal connection. We've yet to discover the true source of the ability of the mind to alter the physical world, yet creating physical phenomena remotely simply by consciously or unconsciously willing them into existence forms the basis for the entire field of bioresonance technology. Before the advent of bioresonance technology, acasual correlations were often falsely interpreted simply as chance. Many phenomena, such as remote viewing, doppelgangers, or the Pauli effect, have since been classified as synchronistic phenomena related to bioresonant effects. The world we live in would be impossible without bioresonance, but its origins remain unclear. If it was truly a divine gift from outer space, as the late Empress claimed, why was she defeated by our great revolutionary who had no such divine powers? Let's see, casual, important distinction. Let's see. Synchronicity phenomena that are meaningfully related yet lack a causal connection. Let's see, and before the advent of bioresonance technology, acasual correlations were often falsely interpreted simply as chance. Technology based off of brain trickery sounds super duper safe. It's been mentioned. It's been mentioned. We don't know what's going on here, but that's okay. It doesn't matter that we're letting our mundane technology or mundane sciences fall behind, even though we don't understand this bioresonance that we've had for, I think, a century now. They have better things to do than research bioresonance. And wow, just Issa melting away in grief. That's. Let's see, the Pauli effect is something to do with electron movements. Interesting. This game is such an exemplary work of stealing and repurposing concepts for the name of art. Oh yeah, there's definitely a lot going on. Let's see, door is unlocked. Oops, which button is my map? I swear. Oh, it is just Y. Okay. Okay, so I have one tarot card. I could backtrack to the Blockwort bedroom to swap out for the key into the Photoshop, which should not be above. Well, it's not on the metro platform. So out and to the right, maybe? I'll go out into the alley and down to the computer store to do my inventory management. Oh, oh, that I did not realize. Get wrecked. Have thermite. Get wrecked. All of you. Was that necessary? No. Also, I may have used that grenade a little too close. Also, oopsie whoopsie, I didn't unlock the door. Thank you for following. I hope you enjoy your stay. And hope you enjoy your time here. Let me see, I have now store key and the developing tank. I'm trying to think about my loadout a little bit. I think I want to save up my Nitro Express ammunition. So, it's been a minute since I've rocked the standard pistol, the 10mm. And while I'm here, I guess I'll use one repair patch. Don't forget to equip my items. And save. It's also a good idea to read. Oh well. Now, if I remember my route, I go down. Going down to the right. This door is not locked. That's the post box. Wait a second. Is this a door? Oh, that is non-functional. That's okay. Also, after seeing Issa melt into the ground, I wonder if someone was leaning against the wall here when they melted into bits. See, the medical databank has a lot of neat info, along with Nikolai, the only male boy dude guy in the game. Are you forgetting Adler? Well, to be fair, Adler is a replica, and Nikolai is presumably a Gestalt. I did take a peek. Oh, no. I need to get better at running around and dodging people. Let's see, that door is non-functional. I forgot about that. Here we go, safe room. Safety save. Did I think that Nikolai resembled anyone? Yes, I believe. I think I believed. I mentioned it when I was reading through the files. He resembled Adler, though Alice did raise the point that perhaps that's just the art style. Maybe that was up to the artist's hands. They said he was a writer. Ooh, that's right. Adler, in his diary, remarked that he used his ration marks to acquire a fancy pen, and one of the other things. Oh, are you kidding me? Hold on. This would have been a good spot to use a grenade. If I remembered to bring it. See, the red eye. There exists a strange folk. Hold on. Reaching back to Adler and Nikolai. Since Nikolai was a writer, one of the other things that Adler did was he grabbed a. Oh, no. I didn't realize that you were still up. The terror of working through OBS, you don't see everything. Anyway, one of the things that excited Adler was, well, maybe not excited. He found a blank notebook inside of a lockbox, and he did end up using it. And I believe he filled up a notebook before that. So yes, points for Nikolai being the Gestalt template for Adler. You know what? Adler's study did. No, I'm not thinking of his study. I'm thinking of his bedroom. His bedroom was very cozy, and it would be nice to either read or write in there if the lights were on. I don't remember his study, unfortunately. Anyway, now that the music is gone and not bothering us anymore, the red eye. There exists a strange folklorish idea in many sectors of Rotefront related to pareidolia, the tendency to see meaningful images in random patterns, like seeing a face in an ink blot or letters in a smudge of dirt. It is well known that the so-called red eye is simply an anticyclonic storm produced by a high-pressure region in the atmosphere of Rotefront's planet. All right. So the red eye that I've what I have been assuming is a bunch of eyes on the monitors is actually an image of the anticyclonic storm, yeah, on Rotefront. Possibly. Let's see. Anyway, yet for some of the early settlers of Rotefront, this natural phenomenon became symbolic of their struggle and way of life. That red spot in the sky became a perfect metaphor for the ever present surveillance by the protectors and the tight grip of the central government on Heimat. Even today, the idea of an unblinking, watchful eye observing their every move still resonates strongly with the people here. During the celebration of Mondfest at the end of each season, adult citizens will sometimes give students ration marks that have been dipped in red paint. Officially, the red paint is said to represent the blood of those who died in the revolution. But the red coins share an eerie resemblance to that red eye. Or is this just Peridolia too? Let's see. Especially with the poster of Falk above his bed. Lecca. But his study had papers everywhere. Rotefront's planet is probably meant to be Jupiter, and Rotefront itself is most likely Europa. The real eye is so pretty, but yeah, it's kind of creepy. Okay. These are valid opinions, and I never considered our solar system to have been the basis of what was going on in the game. I do have to wonder if I had any thoughts about Adler having a poster of Falk above his bed. He is maybe a little too parasocial with his boss. Maybe. Or not parasocial, obsessed? Anyway, should you ever receive one of these red-eye ration marks, remember to clean off the paint with acetone or a similar paint thinner. Spending or regifting paint-covered coins is considered to bring bad luck. Let's see, it's a 1-to-1. Buyan is Venus, Veneta is Earth, Kitez, Mars, Rotefront, moon of Jupiter, Leng and Heimat, moons of Saturn. Let's see. Adler, like Dwight in The Office, a little obsessed with his boss. Okay, so I was wrong. That door doesn't lead anywhere. I don't need to go down this direction anymore. The whole commercial corridor must be blocked off. I can no longer access the bookstore, the back room, or the backyard. So then, if I go to the metro platform, that is the one locked door I know of. See, Adler units tend to become emotionally attached to their Valk commanders. Well, I know I read that file on him, but also okay, I'm going to be a little mad if this is in fact the photo store. I will also use a minute to use a repair patch. Amazing. I've already used an entire magazine of 10mm. Elster's really walking around with half a torso under her armor. Is she? Well, given all the damage that I've let her accumulate. You're probably not wrong. Let us perform some violence. Let's see, remember the scrapping scene after the false ending? Ooh, oh, you're right, you're right. I did forget about that. You could literally see her ribs and organs in there. Some part of me wants to think that maybe some of that was artistic license, but also I think a lot of artistic license may actually be reality for what's going on. All right. Step out. Step out here. Get wrecked, all of you. Oh, hey! That actually... That worked a lot better than I thought it would. The last time I used a grenade, it wasn't nearly as effective. Okay, so let me reassess this shadow. I wonder if this is a shadow left by Elster herself, waiting for Ariane at some point. You know, just cute things. Take the developer fluid, inspect. Develops and fixes photographs in seconds. Simply soak the undeveloped photo in the fluid. Use it, combine it with the developing tank. The photograph that was inside the developing tank is a matrix code. Inspect. Photo shows some kind of digital dot matrix code. I wonder what kind of machine could process this code. Well, if we go off to... If we go off to the left... The girl to the left, I believe we saw her in the medical records. On the right, in the front photo, that's Alina So. The person on the left looks like Elster's Gestalt template. but I don't recall her name, if if she was already named. Let's see. I wonder if civilization is just fine and dandy outside of Sector C or Sierpinski. Feels like the world's ending, but not sure if anything is happening outside of the mining facility. Hmm. That's a good question. There's still the whole civil war going on, but well, presumably the civil war is still going on. There's I'm not sure if anyone has sent people to investigate. Hmm. Just thoughts. People's Army, 5th Venetian Infantry Division, Unit 12. Fukuyama Birgit, Huang Anna, Ito Lilith, Liang Rebecca. So Liang Rebecca, I believe, is the girl that I saw on the photo to the left and in the back. Let's see, there's also Park Notburga, So Alina, and Wong Helena. So Ito is a name that we've seen before. Erica, Isa, I think their aunt, their mother, Anja. And now we have Lilith. Yes, the girl whose antidepressant rations were doubled. That's right. That was Rebecca. Hmm. Is there anything else in here? I don't believe so. Could perform a little bit more violence, but these two I can sneak past without a problem. Those two have never given me any sass. Locker opened. Here's the sun card, and what is this note? Leaving. I have been found out. I'm sure the white-haired girl working at the photo store in Sector C is bioresonant. Be careful. They don't pay me enough to take any more risks. I am on the next ship to Kitez tomorrow. Meet me at the docks in Sector N if you want to bail too. Son. Hmm. So there was a spy. Also, it's interesting that um Erica's photo at both the shrine and here in the medical records are both corrupted. Issa, you know what? I wonder if it was also just the lighting. The lighting, maybe also the resolution of this photo isn't quite as high. I don't see the mole under her left eye. The hairstyle, though, I do believe resembles Issa. And I believe the eye color is an exact match. See, being a spy when you have to worry about telepaths must be pretty stressful. Yes, it's certainly it's hard to have it's hard to have independent thought or thoughts that are less than acceptable when you are worrying about uh, telepaths, bioresonance, psychics, whatever you want to say. I wonder, does Adler have the mole on his lip? I don't remember. Also, post box. Um, there are rumors that there's an Imperial spy active. Let's see. Interesting thing. A lot of Issa's injuries are listed. A lot of Issa's injuries listed are titled as accidents. Oh, yes, that's right. Let's see. Recall the intro cutscene after you interact with the computer and receive the message. I don't recall that. I don't recall Issa cutting her hand and spilling blood onto a hexagon symbol. That said, I remember Issa having. I think we had Issa's perspective in a dream sequence, and We found her finding Ariane getting beat up. Hmm. I wonder if she got involved, or if she ever got any additional. If she ever got any splash from that situation. The Ito bookstore also had a lot of bioresonant literature. True, true. And an affinity for the occult. I could see it. I could see it. Having said that, wait a second. Wait a second. Issa's when we saw Issa, her right eye was bandaged up. That was also the eye that Adler got stabbed in by Issa. So I wonder if Adler got his revenge. An eye for an eye and all that. I'm not sure what to make of. I'm not sure what to make of Issa possibly having an affinity for the occult. Though to be fair, I'm not sure there's any occult other than bioresonance, but at the same time, bioresonance is an observed phenomena. Just a little personal protection just in case. Let's see. Wasn't our familiar face in the Venetan soldier picture also wearing an eye patch? You know what? You know what? You're right. You're right. Let me see. No, not this message. I wonder if having... So there's synchronicity. And this is Ito Lilith. Or I'm assuming that this is Ito Lilith in the photograph. The alternative is that everyone just has a penchant for acquiring injuries to their right eye. But no, no. Synchronicity. We're going to say synchronicity until proven otherwise. Having said that, during the false ending, it was said, for you, Alina, for us, Ariane. Which would put Elster in the position of... I don't know exactly where I was going with that thought, but... I, Alina, have been waiting for you, Elster, for us, Ariane. You know what? That makes sense. I think... Does Alina actually... Alina has red eyes. And then I also want to check who was Issa looking for. Issa was looking for Erica, her sister, whose face we don't fully recognize. This is a survival horror game with lots of meaning, lots of lore, and lots of story. It's good to go through everything in slow-mo. There's also audio-only information. The numbers on the radio, there are messages that flash onto screen. Okay, my inventory is full. It's time to go deal with the tarot cards. Thank goodness neither of these two have gotten up. Let's see, it's almost like Erica was totally erased, which is funny because she does have cut content, having been planned to be featured in some cutscenes. Interesting. The other way to think about that is she was the replica. She was the Gestalt template for a replica, and so the state erased her. I wonder if I do actually need one more card. So let's see. Buyan gets the sun. Up front, I don't have the moon, which is what I assumed would be there. Anita, oops, gets the tower. Amat, maybe, gets the star? Maybe? Let's see, Leng, death. Kitez, lovers. Oh. So this is the puzzle in the atrium. What I want now, there's the butterfly room, which I still haven't figured out. There's the moon murals. Is there anything? Is there anything that I haven't done yet? The real villain was the author all along. Suppose that's something to consider. Alright, I think I have to go back to the butterfly room and figure out what's going on there. It shouldn't be anything too serious, unless I've completely missed an item, which is entirely possible. Also, if I come down here... Yep, there is in fact a mass of flesh blocking off the commercial district, or commercial corridor. I suppose that it could just drop down from the meat grinder room. Wait. Oh, this is a clean room. That's why. Because this is the meat grinding room. People most likely um oh, that's another shadow on the floor. Somebody dying or losing the will to live. Flesh of undisclosed nature. Yeah, I suppose if I looked around with my lights on a little bit more, I would notice more of the shadows. Would it be fucked up or just par of the course if I assumed that people were if corpses were being disposed in the meat grinding room and being eaten? Where did I want to go? Right to the butterfly room. Oh, good. I'm not allowed to use the stun prod unless there's an enemy around. Can you point something out? Give me... Well, if it's related to progressing, let me struggle a little bit. If it's... If it's just, a lore bit, then okay, sure. Feel free to point out. Oh, nothing of interest down there. Enter and re-enter the save room from the bottom door, but keep an eye on the computer. Alright, when I get back. Ooh, I hope those two don't get back up. Ooh, there's a lot of enemies in here. Alright. There's this safe. Caution, incubation box, do not tilt. Are you kidding me? Ion. A-E-O-N. Also, it's interesting that the lock was left on Elster. Well, there's my card. Don't notice me, don't notice me. Don't get up, don't get up. See, keep an eye on the computer when I enter and re-enter this room from the bottom. Is it a random chance, or am I just supposed to be noticing the static? Multiple times? Okay, so there's an eye. The eye appeared. Okay, okay. Interesting. Is that an error? Is that... I wonder if there's any significance to it. The door is blocked by a mass of flesh. There is no way through. Like so many doors that are blocked off like that. See, here's another one. This ever-expanding flesh problem is becoming more and more of a problem. I just said... Let's see, the light well above has been consumed by the mass of meat, releasing some debris that was caught in the nets above. Pick up the dial ring? Sure. You know, this mass of flesh is going to cause me trouble, isn't it? I wonder if I was on the clock. Metamorphosis. You know what? You're right. Rotefront is undergoing metamorphosis, and I shouldn't judge it for growing. And now I need to go into my inventory, equip the eidetic module. Capture this photograph. And it would probably be a good idea to... Oops. Also, capture the guide. Let's see, literally and figuratively, it was said to still have been under climaforming or climate forming. And the moon tarot is found in the incubation box. Ooh. You know what? You know what? That makes sense. Ooh, and climate forming, that would be, it would be similar to terraforming, not quite the same word, not quite the same concept from the perspective of just the way the word is formed, but in my mind, it's roughly the same thing. They're making the world more habitable. At least that's the sense that I get. Also note the similarities between the icy landscape with the black gate in the beginning of the game, contrasted by its change into a crimson plain in the false ending. Wait. thought we went down. I thought we went down and found... Unfortunately, the very, very beginning of the game was long, long ago for me. I'll have to double check the VODs to verify that, but that would be an interesting connection to make. I also have to wonder who is actually performing it. Who is performing the climate change? It's hard to recall things. It's just that you've played through this like 8 times. That would do the trick, wouldn't it? Okay, let me view my photographs. Buyan is on the left. Let's start with Buyan. View. Oops. Is full. Haymat is only partially obscured. Right? Right. Anita has the same thing. Oh, this is where I needed the dial ring. Okay, okay. Didn't even realize. Kitez, slightly obscured on the right-hand side. Leng, a crescent. No, no, not Haymat. It was Kitez. Kitez was who I was working on. What I was working on. There we go. And Leng is a crescent. Right? Oh, and rope front is in full eclipse. I am reminded of the very beginning of the game where we were crawling through tunnel into this very room. The last seal has been broken. It's time to go home. Pick up the king in yellow? No. Old Imperial cereals. Ariane loved these, loved reading these. Textbooks on radio operations. These used to belong to Ariane's mother. Wait, am I at the end of the game? Black and white pictures of the painting Ariane used to make. The national flag, it's meaningless. This is a crusty room. The way in is... Locked, it requires a key. Yet in the start you spoke as if you knew nothing. So the thing about knowing nothing, or Elster knowing nothing at the beginning, she did not remember the light switch. I don't need to turn off the lights. I wonder if she was synchronizing with her old memories, because what I believed, the door won't open yet. An old wardrobe, an old wooden wardrobe. Ariane used to keep her clothes in here. Um, did I complete my thought? Oh, the light is just swinging. I have not read The King in Yellow. The computer screen is blank. The radio. Ariane's old radio transmitter, it's still transmitting on 195. Right? Did I read that right? $195. Let's see, I have not read The King in Yellow, and I wonder if in the beginning... and through the majority of the game, or at least the game until now, Elster was synchronizing with her old memories, because I suspect that we are not the first Elster unit, and all the Elsters that we've been seeing were based on Elster 512, who was the remaining template for future Elster units after the original Gestalt template was destroyed during an attack or something. Let's see. The King in Yellow centers around a written play, also titled The King in Yellow, which, when substantially read, makes its witness a part of its story. It has a lot of themes of synchronicity, people playing roles. Like all the replicas playing the role of their Gestalt templates being used by the nation of Yusan. They have their jobs. Okay. It's time to go home. The last seal has been broken. There's way too many references in Signalis to the King in Yellow for you to go over, but they're all fascinating. I suppose that means I just need to go around and read it at some point. So we've immediately come from... We've exited first-person mode and are now playing again. This is home? This is a new area. Workforce assignment for young Ariane. We have been informed that your compulsory military service period was recently completed. According to our files, you have previously graduated from Mandelbrot Polytechnical High School in Rotefront Sector C on R 34.59C and have recently submitted an application for a military service assignment, Penrose program. So now we're sort of cycling back to what was going on before. The like the rule of six or the replica eye color scheme, or certain story attributes. Babe, sit down. They dropped a new episode of RED. Red. You have been processed by Ion Workforce Assignment. Previous work experience: store clerk, young photo store, part time, compulsory military service, road front orbital, long range radio operations officer training. Let's see. So I think what I was saying before was we're now cycling back into the backstory of what happens before Elster crashed. Should you not be accepted by a military service program by the end of the season or find other employment, you will be assigned the following workplace: S-23 Sierpinski Production and Mining Facility on Lang. Interesting, because we went to S-23 Sierpinski in search of Alina So, according to the photograph that we had. But that was potentially the fate of Ariane, and I believe but no, we recognize Ariane from the prologue. She was on the Penrose. Auntie's note: Ariane, I left some of yesterday's dinner in the fridge for you. You can warm it up when you get back from school. Please pick up the books your uncle ordered from the Ito bookstore on your way home. Remember to leave some space in your school bag for them. Remember to leave some space in your school bag for them this time so they don't get wet. Let's go ahead and pick up that repair spray. Is there anything else of interest here? That is a lot of ammunition. Letter from Mother. My dearest Ariane, I'm so glad to hear you're feeling better again. I was very worried when I heard from your aunt that you're in the hospital again. I still remember how you used to get sick so much as a child. Please, don't overexert yourself, okay? The photo you sent me is very interesting. What a strange coincidence that she looks so much like you. You could be twins. Perhaps she is related to us somehow, though I don't know anyone named So in our family. From the looks of it, it was shot on Veneta. Your military service will begin soon, so you might be wearing a uniform like her soon enough. Please send me a photo when that happens. Love, Mother. Okay, so there's a little bit of confirmation that Alina So looks like Ariane. I'm just gonna throw everything in the box. I'm not going to go through that door. I will save one more time. I'm also interested in seeing what this area is. So if I open up the save again, where am I? End. This is the end, this is home. Okay, you know what? I will not regret this later, because I'm hoping that I'm not going to have an episode 10. I believe I will be done. And in anticipation for being done, also, I just wanted to look around with a little bit more light. Let's see, another instance mentioning Ariane's medical condition. There could be an interesting reason. Did you notice how all of the gestalt in the medical... Yes, gestalt. Not replica, not replica templates. Gestalt, just people. And yes, I did notice a large amount of people had um, bronchial asthma. There was one person with bronchial infection or something. Ariane's... It was Ariane, and I think it was Ulrich, or there was another person who also had a removed note. I don't quite recall who, but yes, it did stand out that there were a lot of people with respiratory problems. Who's assuming there's a fight? I'm assuming there's a fight. Let's see, you're gonna be real? You think that she was passively sapping life from them with her bioresonance in response to being hospitalized. Huh. So assuming that there was some synchronicity occurring, it may not even have been Ariane sapping their life. It could have been Ariane infecting everyone else through bioresonance, similar to how a replica is made. When when people when the template is copied over to a new unit, Ariane was imprinting everyone with her own issues, her own disease or infection, possibly. Let's see, there's a passage in The King of Yellow, the sacrifice, which describes the blood of many being used to sustain the conditions of lilies, whose petals were white as snow and pure, and hearts pure as gold. And bioresonance has been heavily tied to gold too. I think I've seen Calibris with a bit of gold on them, and I know for a fact that I've seen art of Falk with a sort of gold crown. Let's see, this is the end. Leave forever? Um, no? Can I walk back into the... No, I cannot walk back into the previous room. Um, I guess. I don't think I have anywhere else to go. Oh, wow, it is dark in here. Am I walking on blood? No, this is tile? No, not tiles, vents. Oh, I should also... I'm expecting a fight. Let's actually equip a weapon. Adler's note. All efforts to contain this illness have been in vain. All the Gestalt workers have succumbed to it, leaving only dark shadows on walls and floors where they died. And soon, all of us replica will have lost our senses and turned into writhing masses of flesh. I now believe it was not an infectious disease, nor some form of poison or radiation. It was a slow corruption of reality itself. As I've relived the same cycle over and over, each time details changed, things are twisted, added, removed. How long until it all turns to nothing but noise? So this goes back to what you were saying earlier. You recommend having at least one clear inventory slot? Well, too late. I say that, but I'm sure... Okay, I can destroy ammunition. Moving forward... Oh, hey. I'm walking on void now. A red dream. A crashed ship, a strange gate, a hole in the ground. An island beyond reach. Memories from other lives. Dreams of suffering and loneliness, a promise, a search for someone lost. I saw her in the red emptiness waiting for me. We had made a promise. As the memories of a stranger rushed into my mind, I felt the borders of myself blur. Now I can no longer tell where Falk ends and Elster begins. I saved immediately before. I should be saved just if... I will wait for a moment until I come across why I would want that clear inventory slot. Unless it just appears in my inventory, then that would suck, but I'll just replay. I'll just replay if I need to. Stop. You must turn back. There is nothing for you there. You've tried so many times, and you've failed every time. Don't you see that you're ruining everything? This is your final warning, Adler. Falk's memory. We were dancing to that song. We were dancing to that song. They start the broadcast with, we fell asleep watching that movie we had seen before so many times. If only I could take us back to that time when we were happy. These memories are mine now. Hey, this is the office just before Commander Falk's room on Sierpinski. Falk. Why did you return? Aren't you supposed to be sleeping or dead? There's nothing for you here. She'll never dance with us again, no matter what we do. Also, the gold appears right here, with Commander Falk's, spears, and that halo behind her head. Ariane was never telling us to wake up. She was telling Falk to wake up. She doesn't even want us anymore. She won't forgive you? Both of us, we are incomplete. Let us become whole again. Okay. Let me just... I think I vaguely remember... Okay, so the spears are why. Get speared. Okay. No, this is not what I want. Oh, hey! Falk can hurt these enemies. Or... Oh. Wait, does my inventory not... Oh, ow. I wonder if my inventory doesn't pause. Ooh. Nope, inventory does pause. Lots and lots of different weapons. Ooh, don't stop for no reason. Oh, empty. And no, I cannot. I was hoping for a second there that I could just drop the weapon. You know, I was hoping that the anti-material rifle would do something to her. Oh, what in the Toho is this? Come on. I say what in the Toho, but that wasn't all that bad. Remember to reload. Reloading is your friend. Come on. Toss your spears onto the ground again. There we go. Oh, nope, nope, they're charged. Get wrecked. Nope, those are... It's thermal. I want... I mean, I could use... Sure, sure. That's thermal. I don't need thermal, I need... Sure, 8mm. Let's reload the... Oh, already reloaded. I don't need Toho. I don't need this bullet hell. Forget the ads. Just... Ooh. Forget the ads, just focus on Falk. Ooh. And don't forget to pick up a spear. Oh, no space. Oh, ow. There, inventory space. Spear. Come on. Get speared? Speared. Don't accidentally walk out of bounds. Oh wow, those shots are a lot harder to see. Come on. Oh. Critical health. Okay, there's the spear. Oh yeah, that's right. I do need that spear. Get impaled through the face. Violent scene missing. And hey, wife found. Hey, you know what? You're right. That was the rule of 6, wasn't it? It was not the... It's not a rule of 3. The usual rule of 3 for boss fights. It was the rule of 6. Now we are 1. I've been waiting for this for a long time. This space intentionally left blank. Once again. Oh, Adler. You've returned. Wait, I've returned as Falk? Are you really willing to go through this? Are you really willing to go through with this once more? You've seen what happens. This world cannot take much more. This may be our last chance. No, Ulster. If you go back, it'll all fall apart. I can't let that happen. You selfish monster. So, Issa's knife makes a return. And Ulster walks through the door once again. And wow, Adler's looking terrible. You'll destroy everything. Adler was looking very devoid of skin. And we once again return to the ship. This time in armor. Ulster gets the door open this time. Let's see, it was not your home the first time. You were denied, but now you are complete. Penrose briefing, phase 2. By our calculations, 1,500 cycles of mission time will have passed when you receive this message. Congratulations, comrade. By now, you should have become fully... Oh wait, no. This... I believe that was the message I read before. Let's see, I can't get to the left, the right, or the right, the left, or down. The only place to go, I believe, is cryogenics. Cycle 225. When I signed up for this mission, I just wanted to get away from everything. I was sick of road front, school, of the photo store, sick of the fake smiles and whispering behind people's backs. When I saw the photo of that soldier, I wondered who she was. Was she happy? Was her family proud of her? Did her comrades love her? Since we looked alike, could I have been like her? But in the end, I just wanted to leave. Nothing I had done or made ever meant anything to anyone, so why bother? Here, I am finally free. I get to be by myself and to do what I want. I can finally be happy. So there's a path to the left. So this is medical. Penrose. Congratulations, comrade. You've survived 3,000 cycles, reaching the final phase of the Penrose program. With the end of the operational lifetime of your replica unit approaching, it is time to prepare for the final phase of your mission. This should be about 10 years, just shy. 8 years, I think. If you have not found a suitable world for landing by this point, accept that you will not. Find solace in the thought that others might be successful where you failed. As you are probably aware, your ship's spare parts and rations will soon be depleted. Life support systems and reactor shielding will soon begin to fail, and radiation may begin to leak from the cooling system. We recommend you do not attempt to prolong your suffering by reusing old filters or rationing supplies. Instead, make peace with your fate. We suggest that you ask your replica, while it is still functional, to spare you a slow and agonizing death, or that you take permanent rest in the cryogenic pod. Remember, you will die having served your nation by partaking in a glorious demonstration of our power. Cycle 648. Talk some more to the Elster unit. She's different from the replicas I knew back home. Nothing like my teachers or the Blockwart protector. I know she didn't have a choice, but it feels like she's also here because she didn't fit in. It's like we've run away from the world together. At first, I didn't like having someone around, and I was glad that she's quiet and didn't approach me. But lately, I've missed having someone to but lately I've missed having someone I can talk to. It's been so long since I've last seen another person. I never thought I'd miss it. Except her, everything is the same in here, always. Nothing ever changes. Are there any other notes in here? There's also a lot of blood on the table. Ooh. Radiation? Cycle 1294 had a strange dream. I was listening to the radio with my mother. Like back then, the numbers were on, and mother was taking notes with a book on her lap. It was that book I saw in the shop window of the bookstore where the twins lived, the one with the yellow hooded figure on the cover. When I went there to buy it, it was gone, and Erica said the protectors had confiscated it. Or was it Issa? I can't remember. Cycle 1840. Everything is always the same. I feel like I'm trapped inside this ship. I know every bolt on every panel in every room of it. I've seen everything. I've done everything there is to do in here. I can't concentrate on anything. It's like there's this fog inside my head, and whenever I try to do anything, I just can't focus. I want to go outside. I want to breathe fresh air. I want to feel the wind on my face and in my hair. Cycle 2500 2503. I think I lost more hair. I'm sitting here, getting older. Every time I wake up, I feel older, weaker, sicker. I get I get out of breath so easily lately, and my back hurts when I sit down. How much longer will this go on? I feel like I'm just slowly dying. Okay, so that note was just near the radiation, where the radiation was leaking out. So up here is cryogenics. Cycle 5 something, 5,000 some? I'm tired of it all. Every time I go to sleep, I wonder if I'll wake up again. I'm scared that it'll be the last time I said goodnight to her. Did I say it right? Will she be okay? What if one of us just won't wake up tomorrow? Cycle 5,400 some? I don't want to die. I don't want to live anymore either. Everything is just so exhausting. I just want to lie down and disappear. I just want to sleep. Please, just let me sleep. Please, just make it stop, please. This is... Oh, This is, Ariane's room, right. That was the way the ship was formatted. It's time. This is all that's left. Go home? Yes. And here's Ariane. Remember our promise. Her hair is so long here. It's cute. One last kiss goodnight. Oh, oh. I'm sorry, did I wake you up? Elster? I can't do it. You have to do it. It's time for this to end. Please. I wonder if the shielding on the reactor... I wonder if the shielding on the reactor started failing, and Ariane was suffering from radiation sickness. I'm sorry. Oh, and here's the timer. Thank you. Okay, so a kiss good morning, and a kiss good night for the last time. And now it's time for Ulster to fail, and the cycle continues. Or rather, this is where we started this cycle, with Ulster dead on the pod. Will another Ulster unit come along, take our armor, and move forward? Huh. At the same time, presumably, we have said goodnight to wife. The promise is kept. You are not wrong. Get these sapphics some therapy. I do have to wonder if, because we saw an Ulster unit in armor inside the Penrose in the cryogenics room, I wonder if previous cycles completed through to the promise to Ariane, or if Ulster never went through with it until this cycle. I do believe I've finished the game now, because I remember the Falk fight being a thing. Remember, I've been spoiled on the story. The promise was kept. There isn't an alternate ending, is there? I thought I heard somewhere that keeping the prom... There are... Okay, so there are 3 other endings. And you like how they credit all the classical works they use? You're right, it is respectful. Especially when you're using it without changing it or remixing it. You're no longer taking inspiration. You're just using it at that point. So it makes sense to give credit where credit is due. see. There are three endings depending on my stats. The fourth ending is more roundabout. Okay, okay. Interesting. So I guess I will need to hunt around, trying to figure out how to get the other endings and what those other endings are. I think I do want to try and get the other endings by myself. Or at least through my own power. I was actually debating earlier, rather not debating, I had the thought earlier that I wouldn't be opposed to trying to speedrun Signalis just for the experience of it. Because why not? Okay. So total game time, 22 hours, 2 minutes. Total active playtime, 21 hours almost. Time saved, 42. Times loaded, 14. Times died, 7. Average time between saves, 31 minutes. Damage taken, 2,548. Total healing, 1,971. Deaths cheated, 6. Enemies killed, 97. Shots fired, 272. Ending, promise. Let's see, you can give some basic gameplay gists to keep track of when getting the other endings, since the trackers are a bit esoteric. I may give it a go, a few runs. I don't know. Maybe I'll try one run to see if I can get one other ending on my own. I want to wonder what is that letter code next to promise? Do I need to keep track of that? PCKX NORM REVI DEAB. The trackers are a bit esoteric. Let's see. The code relates to the fourth ending. It was a whole ARG type thing at first, but now everyone knows how to get it. Well, you know what? I may try to figure it out on my own. But for now, I've actually gone for much longer than I initially wanted to. I thought it was going to be done a half hour ago, or an hour and a half ago. So unfortunately, I need to run off very quickly, as quickly as I can. Thank you for keeping me company, Tequila. If you stick around for a few minutes, I will try to introduce you to somebody. Ooh. Mata is on. Intelligent is here too. Okay, okay. Glad you were both here to see me finish the game at least once. You know what? Sure. Let's pay Mata a visit. What is she up to? She might just be cleaning, inking some pens. You've been lurking the whole time. I've been your decompressed streamer tonight. Well, I'm glad I could help you decompress. Hopefully, Mata's soft voice will continue to aid you. Let's go on and hop over there. There's her voice. Alright, once again, thank you for coming by and keeping me company. I think the next time I'm going to be on will be tomorrow, maybe? Probably a little earlier in the day. Most likely I'll just be doing some co-working to mark up some songs. I'll probably share the actual work I'm doing in Discord, because I don't want to be DMCA'd live on Twitch. Let me see if I can. Invite. Copy. Oh, we're not going to be here that long. Copy and Discord. If either of you want to join. Oop. And